Have you ever felt a man stare at you so steadily, it seemed as if he were trying to read the pages of your soul? That pause, when the world hushes, and it's only you and his gaze. No words, no movement, just a quiet current between two people. What does that unwavering look really mean? Is it mere confidence, simple attraction, or something far deeper, more urgent? Today we dive into the psychological truth of a man's direct eye contact, what it reveals about his feelings, his intentions, even his inner life. Pay attention. Some of these signs are subtle, but they tell everything. The science behind the gaze. First, a quick look at why eye contact impacts us so profoundly. From a psychological perspective, looking into another person's eyes is one of the most potent nonverbal signals we possess. Sustained eye contact activates brain areas tied to emotional processing. It triggers social connection circuits, and yes, it can arouse the nervous system. Hold someone's gaze for more than a few seconds, especially in a calm, focused way, and you're no longer just exchanging looks. You're stimulating deep neural pathways that handle bonding, empathy, even attachment. This is why prolonged eye contact often raises heart rate, shifts breathing, and creates that heady feeling of intense presence. There's a famous study where strangers stared into each other's eyes for several minutes. Many reported a dramatic sense of closeness, and some even described falling in love. That's the psychological power of the gaze. It bypasses small talk and goes straight to the emotional hardware. So, when a man locks eyes with you and holds steady, it isn't always casual. It's a message. Let's decode that message. 7 types of eye contact and what they reveal. 1. The lingering gaze. He looks at you and doesn't look away. Even when you notice him, it's soft, absorbing, quiet. This is often a direct hint of romantic interest. He's not merely glancing, he's drinking you in. It's a slow, steady recognition of your presence. 2. The quick look away. You catch him staring, and the moment your eyes meet, he instantly looks away. That's not rudeness, it's inhibition. He wants to hold the gaze, but fear, shyness, or uncertainty pulls him back. This is a common sign of attraction, coupled with self-doubt. 3. The half smile with eye contact. He meets your eyes and offers a subtle smile, not full, not rehearsed, a small curve that reaches the eyes. This combination signals comfort and invitation. He's gently opening an emotional door without announcing it loudly. 4. The scanning look. This isn't just eye contact. He's reading your face, eyes, lips, micro-expressions, as if trying to decode how you feel. This kind of look suggests fascination and curiosity. He's attempting to understand you, to find the emotional line beneath your expression. 5. Staring from across the room, he watches you from a distance but doesn't cross the space. Admiration is present, yes, but so is insecurity. He longs to approach, yet doubts his worth, or hesitates out of respect for boundaries. This distant gaze reveals desire and inner conflict. 6. Lock and hold during conversation. While you speak, he maintains steady eye contact, especially on meaningful topics. That's deep engagement. He's not merely polite, he's present. His gaze signals sincerity, active listening, and emotional respect. 7. Eye contact in silence. When no words are exchanged and he still holds your gaze, that silence carries weight. It's as though his eyes are trying to speak for him. That quiet look can be a confession, a question, or a promise, all without a sound. What different gazes say about personality? Eye contact also mirrors who a man is, beyond attraction. It reveals personality traits, emotional styles, and relational tendencies. Confident men. They hold eye contact easily, without strain. Their gaze is calm, deliberate, steady. It signals availability and emotional composure. When a confident man looks at you with intention, he's likely open to connection. Shy or introverted men. They may avoid extended eye contact. When they do meet your eyes, it is meaningful. They choose that moment carefully. For them, a held gaze is rare, and thus charged with significance. Dominant or alpha types. Their stare may feel assertive, even challenging. Eye contact can be a tool of influence and control, a way to command attention. This can be magnetic, but it can also be overbearing if empathy is missing. Emotionally intelligent men. Their eye contact adapts to the moment. Soft when you're vulnerable, direct when honesty is required, playful when the mood is light. They use their gaze as a bridge to tune into your feeling state. 5 signs he's falling in love, visible in his eyes. There's a particular quality of gaze that suggests something beyond casual interest. The look of falling, slow and sincere. Watch for these patterns. 1. His eyes soften when they meet yours. There's a tenderness there, an unguarded warmth. This isn't merely attraction, it's admiration mixed with vulnerability. 2. He maintains eye connection during emotional moments. When you laugh, cry, or speak earnestly, he stays present. That sustained connection shows he's holding space for you emotionally. 3. He looks at you when you're unaware. You catch him watching you in quiet moments, and when he's seen, he smiles. Not embarrassed, but pleased. That private observation signals affection. 4. His gaze is gentle but deep. He's not scanning for flaws or rewards. He's looking into you the way someone examines a beloved book. It's intimate and contemplative. 5. He looks at you like you're the only one in the room. When the world blurs and his focus narrows to you, that intensity is a clear sign that his feelings have deepened into something true. How to respond to intense eye contact. What should you do when a man looks at you like this? Your reaction depends on your own feelings. If you are interested, mirror his gaze gently. Hold his eyes a beat longer, let your expression soften, and smile. Let silence speak. A look exchanged without words can invite deeper connection. If you're uncertain, meet his gaze briefly, and then look away politely. Your eyes can establish boundaries without awkwardness. You don't owe an explanation. Your comfort is the guide. If the gaze makes you uncomfortable, break it. Shift your body slightly, refuse the intensity, or address it directly if needed. Always prioritize your safety and peace. Not every stare deserves reciprocity. But if your heart flutters when he looks, consider this. Sometimes the most significant stories begin with a single, honest glance. The deeper truth, eyes as silent honesty. The eyes do something the mouth often cannot. They reveal what words try to hide. A man might claim he's merely friendly, or he might disguise longing with jokes, but the eyes betray the real register of his feeling. They say things like, "I notice you," "I admire you," "I want more than I say." When you notice a man's gaze lingering with intention, pause, observe. Behind that look might be a confession waiting to be voiced, a question waiting to be asked, or a promise he cannot yet form into words. The gaze is raw. It cuts through pretense and reaches straight to feeling. A brief caution: context matters. Not every intense look equals love. Cultural norms, situational dynamics, even alcohol or performance contexts can alter the meaning of a gaze. Always consider the setting, his behavior in general, and whether his actions match his eyes. A stare without respect, or a gaze used to intimidate, is not a sign of tender feeling. It's a red flag. Gauge the whole person, not just the eye. A single glance can change everything. Our eyes are small instruments of truth. They betray desire, reveal tenderness, and sometimes they whisper the very first lines of a deeper story. When a man locks his gaze on you and doesn't look away, it may be the beginning of something profound. It may be a call to presence, an invitation to vulnerability, a silent offering of himself. If you've ever been stopped by such a look, remember this. The gaze is honest, and when met with honesty in return, it can become the doorway to real connection. Stay aware, Trust what you feel in those moments, and let the simple power of eye contact guide you toward truth, and perhaps toward love.